Hi there.
Hi everybody. Why do I feel like I'm a giant? I really do feel like I'm a bit of a giant compared to you.
Yeah, it does. It's
Hi everybody. I'm Anna,
I'm Jenny.
and we are
Sisters.
number one. Okay, you probably know Jenny from Planner Perfect.
Yes.
Yes. Do you want to expound on that?
Yes, I'm founder of Planner Perfect, and I help women, I coach women to write a better story. That's what I do.
Yeah. So plannerperfect.com.
Plannerperfect.com. Designs by plannerperfect.com.
Yes. I am Anna Lind Thomas of.
Well, you sound so official. I'm Jenny Penton.
Is that how you? That's not how you're known.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I am Anna Lind Thomas. I am a humor writer. You probably know me from Ha-Ha's for Hoo-Ha's by Anna Lind Thomas. Like, my Facebook page is ridiculous. I'm changing it. But anyway, so I'm a humor writer, and I have a book coming out next year.
Yay!
September 2021, actually this year. And so Jen, my sister, has always been the baker, the cooker. You had Planner Perfect Meals for a while where you were giving people recipes. And so Jen...
And I'm a mom of 8.
And a mom of 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mom of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've naturally learned all of my cooking and baking from you and Mom.
Yeah.
And so I kind of have a natural talent. Well, not a natural talent. Well,
You're
do.
good. You're
I'm
very
really
good.
And I'm good on accident.
Yes.
So I did some baking videos last year called Foodish, where it was just me. And I always had a disaster, but it always came through in the end. You just
Right.
gotta persevere.
Uh-huh.
And so Jen and I decided, you know, some of our fans were like, you're like a satirical version of your sister's videos. And I'm baking for real, so I'm not baking it. So we just decided we're going to do this together, and we're gonna call it Jenny and Anna's Baking Day.
Yeah, we love it.
Why don't you explain Baking Day? Because you're the one who first started Baking Day.
I started baking days because I just found that when I baked, thought through my meals for the week, and when I took the time at the beginning of the week to bake up foods that would complement my meals, it not only put you, it went from, meh meal to, oh my gosh, like you went through like this work.
Yeah.
And it just, it gave you that roll for that salad. It gave you the pumpkin bread you could pull out to slice and serve for breakfast quick on the go. It ensured that you had sandwiches that you made for lunches with quality ingredients rather than pulling it off the shelf with all of the stabilizers in it to keep it there. So the baking days were just not only to help you be organized and orderly in the kitchen, but you're feeding your kids well. There's no more chaos. What am I gonna do? You're less prone to go run to your favorite fast food places.
Yeah, spend a bunch of money picking up food.
Right, and just even running to the supermarket late at night. Those kind of things will be, of course, you'll still run into those, but it'll be way less.
Yeah.
It's like dramatically down. Plus, we were even talking about when you plan this way and ahead of time and you bake like this, it just gives you all the feels.
Yeah. It makes you feel warm and cozy.
It makes you feel warm and cozy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you want, ultimately, when you're organized in the kitchen and you feel good, when you're organized in the kitchen, you feel good.
Exactly. And so, you have your 8 kids that you're meal planning and preparing for. I've only got my 2 babies, and they are 6 and 4, Lucy and Poppy. But there's still a part of me, especially after 2020, where I thought, sometimes they can have some junk. Okay, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna eat the junk.
Well,
They're
we
gonna
love
love
it.
the junk. I love junk. Okay, so I'm not a junk hater. Okay?
We're not holy with
Well, Jenny knows because I told her, I was like, SOS 911. Over Christmas, I ate half a pack of the family size double stuffed mint Oreo.
Yeah.
And when I say half a pack, you're like, you're so funny. Of course it wasn't half a pack. It was half a pack.
Yeah.
I was so
Yeah.
sick. I was like, the room's spinning. So
Right.
I'm not against junk. But
Right.
what does worry me is junk all the time.
That it's your default.
Yes, and with my girls, they like a sandwich, they want good bread. I want to make sure that they're having the best of the best then.
The
If we're
best of
going
the
to do
best.
this with treats on occasion.
Right.
Right?
And so we're going to teach you, like, when you do your baking days, you don't want to have it be, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't want anyone rummaging through it and destroying all of your work.
Yeah.
You freeze it. You do a lot of freezing. You do a couple on the counter. We're going to show you a lot of tips and tricks about how this is going to really serve you in the end, and you're going to get all the accolades.
So you're just going to be baking with us on our baking day.
You
and
are,
we're going
so
to
once a
plan our
week.
meals. And I did ask you this. I was like, does that mean that we're going to be cooking the same thing for our families every week? No. We don't have to. You don't have to make the same foods we make throughout the week or prepare your dinners the same week. Although we'll tell you what we're cooking and baking. We're making baked goods that complement our dinner, make easy lunches. You were telling me if you have
Nice breakfast.
if you have a girlfriend stop by,
Yeah.
then you can just pull out some bread that you had made earlier, and she's going to think that you're outrageous.
You're going to see, they're going to think you're a freak. But also too, what's great is that when you're scheduling in like girl dates or even play dates or whatever with friends come over and you do that kind of fun thing, you can then plan what you're going to make. You know, you made fun of me that one time I went over the top with my girlfriend Sandy.
She had just met this woman.
I know.
And she put on a spread that you put on for a king. And she's like, it's so weird because she's like not calling me back.
You scared her. Of course, we became really good friends, but it did take her a while to call me back.
Was it Sandy?
It was
another
Sandy.
girlfriend.
No, it was Sandy. It was my very first time. I just saw her in my backyard swinging on her swing set with her daughter, and I was like, hello? I didn't even know her. But that's how we became friends. And I thought, why don't you come over for lunch? And I made like a 4-tier lemon blueberry cake.
With lemon frosting.
I made us, I don't know, gourmet paninis with a
She
big
was
Cobb
terrified.
salad. It scared her away. However, it didn't take me a lot because on my baking day, I had baked up the tiers of the cakes and I threw them in the freezer.
Yeah.
I cooked up my chicken for the salad and had it sitting in the fridge. It was just one of those things that when you plan a little bit ahead, you can really wow some people.
Yeah. And, you know, Jen runs a business, a planner business, and I'm a full-time writer, and I'm just wrapping up my first book. We're busy women.
Right.
So this better help me, because if it doesn't, there's going to be 3
We're out.
episodes.
We're out.
And we're not even going to tell you we're done.
Right.
We're just going to be like, boy, they stopped.
Yeah, we're just
They
gonna
stopped fast. We're not even going to bring it up. We're not even going to. We'll probably just leave the videos out.
Right.
You'll just be confused because
Yeah.
I'll quit. If
Right.
this doesn't work in my schedule, I'm not going to stress myself out for
But
this.
here's why we know it works, because we're already doing it. We've been
We're already
doing
doing
it.
it.
We just
She's been doing it
decided.
mostly.
I've been doing it all my married
So
life.
she's putting me on board, and so Jenny's going to help me. I'm insecure with bread. I'm very secure with treats and cakes and stuff like that. I'm pretty good at that.
And some good meals. You're good at that too.
I'm really good at cooking meals, but I am insecure about bread. And so Jenny's going to be teaching me a lot too, because I want to know what a good crumb is. You know, I'm like, Mama's homemade bread, and I've sliced it open. There's like a gunshot hole through it.
I think too, and we talked about this, we won't probably do this every time we're baking together, but we probably will have like a good meal for the evening that night, kind of bubbling away on the stove. That would be already our rolls that we pull out will complement that.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of
Exactly.
showcase one of our meals of how that'll complement.
Exactly.
So we will also help Candy Kickstart. And so also on our feed here on IG, you will also be able to see, or where other platforms we are, you'll also be able to see pictures of us along the way throughout the rest of the week of our lunches. Like, hey, our bread was used here and man, that was perfect and easy.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
the kids are loving the banana bread.
Yep, exactly. So, custard, frisky for dogs.
Eat it. Go.
We thought for the first episode, we really want to try a sourdough starter. It's all the rage. I want to know what all the hubbub's about. Now, Jenny started one. It's kind of like keeping alive a Tamagotchi. She was like, kill it.
That's seriously, and you guys who follow me on IG know I did.
Because she stopped, and then she stopped making her sourdough. Yeah, exactly. I really want to start it.
I never even got to the sourdough stage. bread
Really?
stage.
You just killed it. Okay, you're like, I'm done with you. You're too needy.
Yeah, I have to, yes.
So, but I really want to try it and just see if I can keep it up. I did hear that like in places like Sweden, they have sourdough hotels where if you go on vacation.
Was that in Sweden?
Yeah, you take your sourdough to a hotel to keep it alive. So these are high maintenance.
It's legit.
But it's also kind of satisfying. And you can have a sourdough that lasts generations
Well,
and generations.
and we were reading the benefits. And sometimes the benefits outweigh
the pain in the butt of it.
right. And that is the case also with baking days. You're like, nah, but you'll soon find that it is worth the effort.
Worth the effort.
But there's something that, and I know I'm gonna probably butcher this a little bit, but there is something with citric acid that is within breads that cannot be really easily absorbed by our bodies. And that's why there's so many problems with digestion of breads. But when you do use your own wild starter, then you are, your body then can readily absorb, it neutralizes it, I guess, the citric acid. And so then it is more readily absorbed. And so even people that have more of a gluten intolerance can actually benefit from sourdough breads.
And you can feel better about feeding that to your family and your kids too.
Agreed. We also might even try some, and we will, freshly ground using a flour mill. So using whole grain flours. So we're gonna really be bringing to you a lot of different fun ways to bring wholesome foods to your family. It won't be all cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do our best.
Yeah. So, but I'm really excited to be doing this with you.
Yeah. Me too. This is exciting.
Joanna Gaines. We're coming
Watch out.
your ass. But we do like your products.
We buy them.
She does. I'm like, a little too pricey. I'm gonna go for the, what's the Target name brand? Threshold. Like, this is cute. So we're gonna start with our starter because our starter needs to be working so that when we bake next week, we're ready to make our first sourdough.
Right, so you guys are gonna wanna get started too. Yeah. So we will be always leaving our ingredients and what we're using down below. So make sure you got your ingredients and get started so you can be baking along with us. Okay. Gonna need a nice bowl about this size. I don't really know the exact size, but a good medium bowl. Here is a great scale, so you're gonna need that.
This particular starter calls for a full fat, whole milk, plain yogurt that has the bacteria in it. So any kind of probiotic will do.
You're gonna need a whisk and a spatula and something to hold some warm water because you're gonna need some of that.
We're going to be using some white whole wheat flour. Any kind of whole wheat flour should do. And then some all-purpose. This appears to be the Target brand.
Anyway, I wanted to show you, we'd already started one here, and so just kind of wanted to show you. We've got it started. You're just gonna be covering with a towel, and you're gonna be feeding it to, what was it? Was it 5 days, and then we can get started? Do you remember?
3 days, at least 3 days before baking.
3 to 5 days.
Okay. 3 to 5 days.
3 to 5 days, and you're ready to bake. So by next week, we can be able to use it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with the yogurt.
All right, so we're gonna start with 60 grams. This is almost a quarter cup. 62. Well, I don't need to be a perfectionist about it, or do I?
Let's
Okay, how much of this? 160?
Yep, which is about a half a cup.
It sounds like how we pee in the morning. Little. Oh, perfection. Okay, now I'm gonna whisk it up, ladies. Check out this technique. There's one thing I can do, it's whisk.
It's
And whisk with confidence, you know?
It's satisfying.
So satisfying. Okay, now what? And you can get a $12, you can get a $12 measurer on Amazon. This, to me, get a scale. Shooty tooty. Scoop off the top, you know?
Yep, that's how you gotta do.
Nobody panic. Nobody needs to start over.
There we go. We're getting
There we
there.
go, we're getting there.
What's happening to you?
Okay, so now
We're going to mix. And we're gonna mix this for 2 minutes until we kind of get like a bread dough texture. with this kind of like a swoop, scoopy motion, like what Anna's doing.
What do you think? Think that looks pretty good?
Looks really good. And we'll kind of even show you too what it will,
What it looks like day
day two each day.
Yeah.
So be looking for that.
Okay, so then feeding this each day is basically you're going to discard some, and then you're going to put in more flour, and then you stir it, and
more
you put it back.
water.
And more water,
More
and
flour,
then-
more water. We're gonna, each day that we do it, we will,
You're like 3 inches smaller than I am.
I don't know why.
Maybe I need to go. So anyway, for your starter, so we got our starter ready, and we're getting ready for next week's baking day.
Yes, so be looking at, that will be, yeah, the official baking day.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good.
We also are gonna be making other things, not with just sourdough.
No,
Exactly.
we're gonna make maybe muffins,
Rolls.
cookies. We haven't decided yet. We haven't planned it
Yeah,
out
so
yet.
when we are planning out our meals, we'll know what to bake, and then we're gonna present it to you, and it's gonna be so fun. And
You guys, so what? Just follow our IG. Follow both of our IGs. I'm at anna.lind.thomas. You're at
Planner Perfect.
Okay, so just follow us, and then we're going to create our own separate IG. Just follow that. We'll do baking days together. We'll all hang out. It'll be a total blast.
yeah,
I can't wait.
fun.
Bye.
Bye.